back up here in Vermont. I want to just do a preliminary section here just before we go and talk about laying down that new roving section that we just put down on the foredeck. One of the things about it was I was really fretting about laying for roving, mainly because of the weight of it, because it's a whole lot heavier than 6 ounce cloth. It's a whole lot heavier than chop strand mat. And I was just concerned that because of the volume that I thought it was going to take up as far as the resin is concerned. And so, I was approaching the whole thing very, well, not skeptically, but with concern. And ironically, when we got to doing that, and especially when my brother was mixing as smoothly and well, not rapidly, but let's put it this way: he just keeps it flowing, and I never run out of resin when my brother is doing that. He just knows how to do it. So anyway, but we got to working on it. And I cut the whole roving thing in 3 pieces, which I did, I think, also with a chop strand mat on the bottom, but with a really big piece forward, and it worked like a charm. I could not believe it. And we tried this time to do my brother's concept of folding the back half of it, folding the front half of it up, lay down the resin, push it into place, then fold the back half of it forward, and then put down more resin, and then lay that back. That worked superbly. I was so pleased with that. That just, everything just, you just flip it around, and I mean, not only did it take the resin easily, but the resin, because of the thickness of the weave, the wide space of the weave, the resin came right through, and there was no problem with laying down another whole batch of resin on top of it, and it was completely saturated. And I don't think it took a whole lot more resin for the roving than it did for the chop strand or the 6 ounce cloth. Yeah, it was a really nice, pleasant surprise. And boy, we just, everything just flowed with that whole process. And that was actually one of the easiest layers that we have done. And thank you to my brother Gary. Appreciate his good mixing, but everything just flowed. And so anyway, like I said, we're going to show a little bit of that in this process. And guys, thank you for stopping by this section of Restoring Little Girl. This has been a big process that began way a year ago, November, as I ripped up that deck, and a lot of work, a lot of time invested, but boy, it's coming out super, and I hope you enjoy this. One more thing in closing, I forgot to mention this. We had already done the front section of the roving, and we're well into the second section, and I came down, we're getting set up to do the third section over on starboard, and I looked down, and the foam roller that I was using was starting to smoke. I really didn't take into consideration how long I had been using that foam roller to be laying down all this resin. Okay, and so meanwhile, the resin is on the deck curing, while it was in the roller getting more and more and more, and finally the poor foam roller started smoking. Just, oh boy, we don't need a fire around here, So I pushed it off down into the weeds, and later on, my brother brought up to me, he said, "Grab hold of that." And it was hard as a rock, but you could still feel the heat just radiating from it. So that was a new experience. It's the first time we've had that happen, but I was able to quickly get that one off, ran down into the basement, grabbed another roller, slapped it back on there, and we just kept right on going with the whole process. But yeah, that was kind of interesting. Never had that happen before. All right. Go ahead and start using my roller, getting this down. All right, man. We're ready. Totally forgot to record that first section we just did, but that's all right. That's my line right there.
Okay, cool. There you go.
All right, I think we're ready to go ahead and fold it down. I think we're pretty good up here. I know we are. I got an abundance back under the fold.
Okay.
So let's go. Okay, now this is where I've got to go ahead and do this. This because this is weird stuff. It's because of the kind of weave. It does this weird thing moving in.
You good?
And thanks for helping today, Gary. This was not in the plan.
This is just get her done.
Yeah. This was not in the plan. So you think
the further you can get your foot up on everything, the sooner it gets done, the sooner you'll be able to go in when you want to go in.
That's right. You ought to see what I've been doing in the cabin. It's going to come out nice.
The captain's quarters?
Yeah. It's taking a long time to soak in. Hard to tell over there.
Just see if you can get anywhere.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and roll it out. Thank you. That's exactly what it needed, Gary. Good job.
Come on, there, get over this corner, and this edge right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful. All right. Well, after getting this section in, the next thing is going to be I'm going to roll it with the roller for a few minutes.
You're calling the shots. You just work, and then when you're set, you're ready for the next.
Yeah.
You can bring another piece up.
But that's looking good.
It's got to be $100.
Yeah.
Did I ever send you?
Oh, no, 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 no.
There's a
There, okay. Now, this, what I gotta do next. Okay, you can go ahead and get another one ready, but my thing here is I've got to spend a few minutes. Yeah. I don't know why I'm using this ladder. The step ladder is a whole lot more comfortable to work on. Yeah, we'll do that for the next. We'll do that for the next round. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to move to the other side, and we're going to do port section here in just a minute. But before we do that, I'm going to change gloves.
Okay.
I learned the last time.
Feel them drop. I'll give you a couple more.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to come in.
I'm coming down. I'm going to go ahead and just get.
No, look, they took nothing. We're going to be done here like within a half hour.
All right.
No gloves now or no?
Hang on, let me just get over there. And I'm going to get you positioned better on this ladder, bringing the stuff up. By the way, now that we're into the non-freezing months, I check this every time I come down. Working perfectly. I already did it. I'm not going to do it again. Every time I do this, I mop up all the water in here and leave my sink completely clean. But that my new little hand pump that I bought, a year ago? Anyway, and I had to completely replumb everything because the old faucet wasn't set up the same. And anyway, working great, perfect. And the next time I come down, I'm going to go ahead and empty this. But that's my tank for that. And I'm going to go ahead and empty that and put nice fresh water in for the summer. And that will be my summer's worth of non-potable water that we can use for washing up, washing dishes, etc., etc., etc. So anyway, yeah, working great. Well, there you go, guys. My brother's awesome at getting the keeping the resin flowing, I'll tell you. And well, the two of us, we got this done. Brand new coat of Roving over the top of everything else. I think this is now the 4th coat on top of the new coring. And now over this, we're going to put one more layer of chop strand mat, and then we're going to put fairing compound. And that will bring things to nearly a conclusion. And I am so looking forward to getting this deck done. But who'd have thought? I did not come down here planning to do this. I came down here just simply to do the countertop and the galley, and that's done for the most part. And anyway, yeah, we're good. Love it. Anyway, came out great. Okay, guys, just a little finish up on the video about putting the deck on. Just to let you know, I lost a lot of footage, but it's got almost 8 minutes of footage in there, and I figure that's about all anybody needs of pouring resin and getting glass down and using the roller, all that kind of stuff. Well, anyway, that's all it is. I mean, that's how you put down a deck. But anyway, we got all that done, and the thing that I didn't show on there is how really incredibly solid the deck is feeling at this point. When I took off the old deck, I noted how the deck was laid. And basically, I'm using the same pattern that they used when they laid up the original deck 50 years ago, including having roving as the next to the top layer, and then one more layer goes on top of that, and that's just your chop strand mat. That's exactly how they did it. So that's when we lay that next chop strand, we're then going to be ready to start putting on fairing compound and sealing up the deck and you know, putting all the accoutrements back on. Anyway, it's a rewarding feeling knowing that we're getting there. What else was I going to say? if I don't think of it, I'll come back in a minute. But basically, that's about it. I'm really pleased with how that deck went, and next time down we'll get that chop strand in, and I'm going to go ahead and hopefully get weather temperature wise to be able to start going ahead with the fairing compound. It'd be really nice to get the old girl in the water and sail again. It would be about time by the time we get in. So we're hoping to get that done by middle of the summer, have everything back on, and be able to schedule a week or two of vacation and get some sailing in. So, all right, listen, thanks for stopping by, Restoring Little Girl. I really appreciate everybody, hitting that last episode we did. I can't believe how fast those that watched it, how fast that climbed. I'm already at 95 people hitting that particular episode, and so that's phenomenal. Thank you very much. I really appreciate everybody doing that. God bless. Have a good week, and we will see you. We've got another one coming out shortly, showing all the finish work we're doing aboard for the countertop, and that's, like I said, that's coming up shortly. So thanks for stopping by. Bye.